Hey, it's Kristen here. In my last video, I talked about how to introduce cow's milk to your baby. In this video, I'm talking about dairy alternatives. In the last few years, there's been an explosion of plant-based milks in the grocery stores. Of course, for a long time there's been soy milk, but now there's almond milk, quinoa, rice, coconut, and many more. As adults, we're using them all the time, and so it's only natural that parents are wondering, when can I introduce them to my baby? Here in Canada, we recently had some recommendations from Health Canada, Dietitians of Canada, Canadian Pediatric Society, and the Breastfeeding Committee of Canada. They recommended introducing soy milk to your baby after 2 years of age, and they didn't recommend introducing any of the other plant-based milks, and they didn't give an age of when it's okay. In the States, I haven't seen any US-based recommendations. Myself, I find it difficult to come up with some recommendations that I can stand firmly behind, and it's for 3 reasons. The first is that I don't believe that there is only one healthy eating pattern. I don't think you have to be vegan or you have to eat meat in order to be healthy. If we look at traditions around the world, there's many cultures that traditionally didn't have dairy. And then there's also many cultures that did have dairy. So I don't believe that you need to introduce cow's milk to your baby or that you need not to introduce cow's milk. The second is that while all of these milks, we use them for the same way. I mean, hey, they're wet, they're white. They're actually very different foods. They have completely different nutrition in them. Very different amounts of fat, protein, vitamins, minerals. So it's really hard to create one recommendation covering all of these very different foods. And the third is that this is a brand new situation. We haven't had generations of kids who have had lots of these in their diet. I mean, soy milk's been around for a long time, but these other ones really haven't. So we haven't seen the long-term effect of these foods on kids. With that being said, if you're considering not introducing cow's milk to your baby, I want to recommend 4 things. The first is to continue breastfeeding or formula feeding your baby until they're 2 years or older. The second is to introduce your baby to a wide range of foods so that there's all sorts of foods contributing to their nutrition needs. Their needs for fat, for protein, for vitamins, for minerals, etc. The third is to think of plant-based foods as a big kid food. In other words, introduce it in an open or a lidless cup, not in a bottle. Make sure that your baby's eating a wide range of foods, and if they're under 2 years old, I would recommend introducing these plant-based milks only very occasionally, and as they get older, still staying well under the 3 or 4 cups a day that is the recommended limit for cow's milk. And the fourth is to choose the unsweetened varieties of these foods. Even the original or the vanilla and the other flavors of these can have a lot of sugar in them. I look forward to connecting with you soon. And in the meantime, enjoy your family and good food.